Alright, we're back at it again. Going to bring you another video, some updates of what's going on. Good weekend to go ahead and take care of this as I'm unable to work on my car project, Sketchy Cuda. No power at the shop, so we're going to go ahead and take advantage of this time and see where we are with some updates with Ami Ami and figures coming in and all that. Alright, so got you old cheat sheet. Okay, I think the last I left off from the previous video was the Kotobukiya Draculaura and the cost with that. So if you need to know the cost with that, go back to the previous video and see how the DHL shipping on that was like really bad. Not the way to do it. Anyway, it came in. It came in on the 29th of January, which was a Thursday. So we got the box. Let's go ahead and look at that. Look at the box art real quick, because I know there's a lot of people that like to see the box art. And of course the bottom. Okay. And let's go ahead and pull the figure over here, because I went ahead and pulled her out. Okay. And not disappointed. It's a nice figure, as all Kotobukiyas are. I know I've mentioned several times in many of my videos, I'm really like the Kotobukiya Basojo line. Quickly, it's got a hard acrylic base, and she's a little sloppy in there, okay, but not so bad that it'll wiggle out. But it could have been the fitment could have been a little tighter in there. Other than that, it looks really good. A lot of sparkles up and down the purple sections. Good portrait, as always with these Basojos, which is really the key thing that makes me want to buy them, is the portraits. Now, looking at this, it has more of a I don't know how to explain this. It feels a little more animated, more than some of the other Basojos, if that makes any kind of sense. Like, you'd almost be forgiven to be able to put this beside the My Little Ponies and get away with it, even though, you know, I kind of looked at it as almost borderline horror, because she is a vampire, even though there was a cartoon series for little girls and stuff based upon this, much like the My Little Pony stuff was a cartoon, you know, for little girls. But yeah, nice. We'll do a 360 spin of this real quick prior to what we're going to do, the main meat and potatoes of this video. We got a real good one to show you today. Okay. Alright, so what came in? What came in? So we got the Marin Kitagawa. This is the baby doll. Okay. And there's the bottom. Alright, so Marin Kitagawa, let's go ahead and go over the money about this a little bit. We're going to keep this going for at least one more video. Just kind of hammer down on shipping and stuff for those. Alright, Marin Kitagawa. Oh crap, I did not give the dollar amounts. Oh my god, I gotta kick myself in the balls. We're back. Alright, that we got to know. Well, being I had to get up, we'll go ahead and take another hit of that Crystal Head Canadian vodka. Oh yeah, good shit. Alright, here we go. Marin Kitagawa. Alright, unit cost $139.92. Shipping of this is the ECMS or whatever. $54.41. Total cost $195.33. No other cost beyond that. Unlike if you do the DHL, you will be getting an email from U.S. Customs looking for some money, and it ain't gonna be pretty. So, and this is She Is Real Nafu, little succubus demon chick, really hot looking, I think. Inexpensive figure. So we're gonna talk about her. Now, she was inexpensive. She was $54.82. The shipping was almost as much as the figure, because the figure's so inexpensive, of $42.65. Total cost $97.47 US. So that's this one. Now let's talk about the one that I thought was going to come in, because I paid for it the same time as the figure we're going to be looking at in just a minute. Alright, now the figure, I'm going to throw a picture of her up here, is the triple ZZZ Nicole. This was $142.97. Ship cost of $68.24, of a total of $211.21. Again, same ECMS or whatever. No additional cost beyond that to me. Oh shoot, let me do a quick splice in. I failed to mention where I stand with Ami Ami and some of these unpaid items. See, the 4 that I had unpaid would be Hu Tao, Genshin Impact character. Let me see, I had the Vampirilla, which is the Kotobukiya, which I got from a U.S. supplier, so I have no need for that. I have the Rory Azur Lane, that's on the float or bed, if you will. And I have the swimsuit of Wakama. And so with that, as of last I saw, they've taken the Hu Tao from me. This will be the second time they've done that. Will they put it back on my account again? I don't know. So that currently is where that's happened. I've got 2 new incomings that are looking for payment, which is the New Jersey, Azur Lane, New Jersey, where she's wearing the all black outfit, kind of leathery, kind of rocker chick looking outfit, I would call it. Lack of a better thing to call it, I suppose. And was it, is that the Gridman universe or something that just came out? What was her name? Gosh dang. I'm going to post all these pictures up here of these characters. It was a dual set with them in China dresses. So those 2 just came in looking for payment. And what I did do, curiosity, would they allow me to purchase something even though I still owe them for all this other BS? How would that go? And it went well, because I know about a week or so ago, a Pine from Bomber Girl, Pom Pom, came in, and to me, probably one of the best looking Pines that has been produced so far of the 3. And of course, I have the Grim Aloe Pom Pom, and looking to get the Prune, which just came out like Friday or something, just prior to making this video. So I did order it. I paid for it just prior to this video, so I guess by Monday, when I come back to work, I guess I'll work on shipping that out. So I do have the Pom Pom Pine coming in. I guess be in, it's maybe anywhere from, as they say, 2 to 4 weeks from now. So I'm looking forward to that. And of course, got to see about getting that prune as well. And I do know there's a pine belly dance coming in. And with that, I have a belly dance Grim Aloe, which I don't think I've done a 360 spin. And I think I want to do a video of that where I'm just going to do, because I got a handful of stuff, kind of like an update video of when I did like a little tour of my collection. I've since then opened a bunch of stuff that's was never really showcased. So maybe what I'll do is just a 360 spin video with no real talking, just spinning all these different figures and stuff, that kind of like an update, if you will, to my collection, rather than just going through the whole damn collection again. I'll just spin the updated ones that were not part of that other video. All right, well, all that said, I guess we can get on to the rest of this video. So now, let's get to the main highlight of today's video. Well, let me back it up a little bit. This is the Rias Gremory Race Queen 1/3 and a half scale, and we will be opening this today. We're going to look at this in this video because it is too cool not to. Alright, so let's put her up there. Rah. Let me slide over a little bit. So what was this deal? Okay. This figure, actually, for the size of it, was rather inexpensive. I have 31,480 yen, which is $221 US. Shipping was 17,240 yen, or $109.42 US, with a grand total of 48,684 yen, or $309.63 US, no other costs involved. Okay. So, here we go. Let's go ahead and crack this open and have a peek at her. Bam! Got the book. So the tapes are on and it opens like this. Or what the hell's, oh Jesus, got tape here too. Good Lord. This thing's taped 6 ways from Sunday. My God, Jesus. Okay, we got tape here too, people. Alright. Before we get too far ahead of ourselves, let me sit this down just for a second. It came in this box, and that box was in this 140 box by Amiami. That's how it was shipped to me. I think it was real important. And those other ones were shipped in proper Amiami boxes. So that kind of, you know, addresses that issue where in the beginning, when people were getting things shipped to them, they were not being shipped properly. So apparently that issue has been addressed, and it's no longer an issue. All right. Now, she big. All right. So let's take the box, set that down. Got some instructions. Don't know if I need it. All right, she is in the her little clamshell. Pick that. Rah. Don't think we need that anymore. Put that away. Okay. Got a fairly large umbrella. We'll set that right there for now. Ooh. Okay. Wow. He's probably got some kind of... It has a... We have a very nice, thick, just like on the Code of Ikea, hard acrylic base. Let's get a measurement of that base real quick. I have it 8 1/4 inches across and dang, about 3/8 inch thick. It's pretty thick. She got some weight, metal pegs. It does have a plastic. What was that for? Looks like it's got a plastic. What the hell is that for? Looks like it's got, should have it. Okay. That's really on there. That's on there big time. Looks like there's one on the back side of it. That is really on there. You know what? I think hindsight, I might leave the back in there because I'm not sure if this is painted, this name is painted on the front or the back side of this base. And if it is underneath, just painted on it, then you could scratch that off. So the more I think about it, I'm going to leave that film on there as protection. So I'll take the top off, but I think I'll leave the bottom on for protection. So now for her. Wow, she's pretty big. Wow, she is quite large. Okay. That's interesting. That's pretty cool that they did that. I can almost guarantee I know why they did that. Because I have had several figures where they got their legs separated like this, like the Nubis bunny, be like the worst. I think that's there to keep any kind of movement, you know, so it'll fit right. So we're gonna put this up, and the instructions say, okay, that she is facing the clear side. So let's take this out. Yeah, her legs moved the second I did that. Her legs moved. One peg here. So yeah, I would, you know, I don't know who did this. Was this free? This couldn't have been free. Who did this? We'll look in a second. Because if this wasn't freeing, then freeing can learn something here. Oh my goodness. Oh, there she goes. And that actually slid in there rather well. Which is usually a, you know, when her legs are separated like this, a lot of times you'll have really hard time with that. Wow. She is quite large. It's come from a guy that's got quite a few quarter scales. Bunnies. Yeah. She definitely is noticeably larger than a quarter scale. So I really would love to see an actual 1/3. And I know Rias Gremory has a 1/3 coming out bunny from freeing, and I am so tempted to pull the trigger on that one. And I made a comment on several earlier videos about the 1/3s coming out and how they would take up so much space, dollar amount, shipping and all that involved, that you're really going to have to be very particular as to what 1/3 you're going to want. You know, yeah, I really want 1/3. Just, it's got to be the right one. I'm not just going to dive into it like I did the quarter scales. But yeah, the skirt kind of is movable, like not removable, but yeah, you can. It's just kind of sitting on her hips there. Face real nice, got a little bit of blush, like the expression. The eye decals look good. Some shading. Boots have highlights in it. Yeah, some kind of like light gray to give highlights on the boots. Nice and shiny, looks good. Hair, gradients in the hair, looks good. Nice little bit of breakup. It doesn't look like a big glob. Yeah, this is a real nice figure, especially for $200. I didn't realize it was only $200. I would have expected to pay more for this. I'm a little surprised by the price. Yeah, this is a nice figure. All right, let's have a peek at her, man. Wow. She is the bee's knees. Man, she's cool. Man, I do love my race queens. Yeah, she's cool, man. All right. There you go. All right, let's catch some measurements on this, shall we? Now, this includes the base. Holy cow. See if I can... Whew. Good thing I left that plastic underneath there. So I can slide her around a little bit. All right, let's go off the tip of that little hair piece. She stands 17 and 5/16, or you just call it 17 and 3/8. we'll just call it 3/8. Be easier to, even though that's just a 16th over. Width-wise, I guess she's widest from kind of this angle. And she's definitely overhanging this base. Her hair is overhanging by quite a bit. Her hand as well is overhanging. Yeah, this pretty much stays within it. That pretty much stays. So yeah, this is probably the widest from point to point. Trying to get that in there. I'm going with 11 inches from tip of finger to tip of hair. So there you have it. 17 3/8 by 11, depending on how she's positioned. And what did we say? This was an 8-inch base. 8 1/4. 8 1/4. So she could be as slim as 8 1/4 because the majority of her pretty much stays within the base, other than this angle. So, yeah. All right. All right, let's get some quick measurements here. A little Kotobukiya. So the base, 4 inches. Overall height, holy cow. Width base, I'd go 8 3/4. I don't know what's higher, the tip of her hair or this one ponytail. She does hang over the base with the ponytail by quite a bit. Everything else looks like it stays within it. Other than maybe the tip of this ponytail. So yeah, the ponytails are probably, so yeah, almost a front to back. 5 inches. You know, from the tip edge of this to that ponytail. Tip edge of your base to the tip edge of that is about 5 inches. So there goes the measurements for Draculaura Kotobukiya. There goes that Draculaura 360. Go in for the portrait. That's a good looking portrait. Check out the hair. Check out the boots and legs. Take a look at the base. There we go. Okay, here we go with the 360. go in for the portrait. Alright, nice looking portrait. Check out the hair. On down, look at the outfit. Check out the legs. Base looks good. Well, okay, that'll put a wrap on this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you did, hey man, smash that like button. Perhaps you may want to subscribe. Even though I'm not doing videos as often as I once did, I'm still doing them. I'm still here. And we'll catch you on the next one. Later.